Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly video that isn't always weekly and is probably barely a video because of the lack of editing and clickbaity content. But here we are nonetheless. I hope you're doing well. I missed out last week because basically time got away from me. I was waiting on deliveries. I've been to the cinema a few times to see some new releases. Had some other stuff that I bought on iTunes. I still call it iTunes, but it's maybe just Apple Movies now or whatever. But iTunes is, you know what I mean, digitally anyway. That was stuff like Ballerina, and I bought both of the Megan movies, Mithrigan, because I really liked Megan 2.0 as well. I liked it more than the first, actually. Went to the cinema to see Fantastic Four First Steps and didn't think it was as fantastic as I wanted it to be. I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. I don't want to be someone pitting sides against one another. I have enjoyed films from both major companies, but let's just say this year, at this moment, Superman still holds the crown for me for the superhero movie of the year. And just in general, like, I thought that was a fantastic superhero movie, a fantastic Superman movie. So it was a high bar anyway. But I did hope for better things from Fantastic Four First Steps because I liked the cast, and I just hoped this would kind of finally be the one to get everything right. It's probably on a comic book movie level the film that gets the Fantastic Four most right, but it's not the kind of reset that some people have made out to be, in my opinion. It just isn't. They've left the units as quite bland, and it's a film that only really lifts up when either Silver Surfer is on screen, and I think that actress is really good in that role, Julia Garner, and Galactus, voiced by Ralph Ineson, is very good. Anyway, I'm not here to dissect the Fantastic Four First Steps. I did that full review on my blog, which will be in the links below, as usual, in the description. I'll put my blog link. I'll put my ongoing fundraiser link, because the Great North Run is coming up in about 6 weeks, and that is the last of my 3 physical challenges for this year, which has seen me so far raise just over £1,400 for Macmillan Cancer Trust. But a lot of that has been, a lot of that has been my own money, because I set a target, and to reach that target, I knew I wanted a weekly amount building up. So I gave that money, because I figure I spend enough on movies anyway. If people won't be able to help me hit that target, then I'll take the hit on that. But I'd love it if anyone did join in and donate, and I welcome all the support, and I'm very grateful for everyone who has, and those who may yet do so by the time the Great North Run is upon us. So, When Evil Lurks got a nice release. This is from Second Sight. It does have a Shudder notice on the back. There is a commentary on there, interviews, a video essay by Mike Muncer, who's probably best known for, I believe Mike Muncer does the Evolution of Horror podcast. I listen to the Evolution of Horror podcast, so I should know. But yeah, it's a very nice. I went for the Blu-ray and the Ultra HD edition, and that's a disc just will not be held onto that spot. postcards, obviously, and a real nice book, which includes, there we go, writings from Heather Wixon, Megan Navarro, Alexandra Hiller-Nicholas, Anton Battelle, who I'm social media friends with and have met on the odd occasion at Fright Fest events, Dan Schindel and Rocco T. Thompson. So a couple of names I know there, a few names I know, a few names I don't, but really interesting stuff. The essays are titled, you know, things like At the End of the World, examining Demian Rugna's When Evil Lurks from an epidemiological perspective. Demian Rugna's Unholy Heavy Metal Horror, Sins of the Fathers, If Not Now, When? Contemporary Moral Allegory and Generational Legacy in Demian Rugna's When Evil Lurks. That's Anton Patel's essay. Something Rotten is by Dan Schindel, and Evil Likes Children, When Evil Lurks and the Killing of Kids in Contemporary Horror Cinema. That's Rocco T. Thompson's writing. So it's quite a decent bit to get through there. And I like a lot of the booklets and the essays that have been packaged with some really nice sets. The last one I was working through some time ago was if you were lucky enough to buy the limited edition house set from Arrow Video, that in the UK had 4 movies and the book. The book is great, and I was going through that. I think I lost my place with it, and I put it aside. You know, it's not the kind of book I would think to take with me and continue reading through, because I don't know, but I should get in the habit of taking these books as I take any other books around with me, and I'm reading through them and reading the stuff that I enjoy. I guess I just thought I might look a bit odd with the book from the Blu-ray set being carried around. Anyway, I love When Evil Lurks, and I was thankfully quite early on the train when people had started to take note of Terrified, which was Rugna's previous film. I think the Spanish version may just be called Terrados, or the Spanish language translation. Is it Spanish? Apologies, I can barely speak English half the time, so I think you know that by now. Anyway, Terrified is great. If I remember right, it had a Blu-ray release, just a Shudder Blu-ray release. I don't know if there are any extra features on that. It may still be on Shudder. If it is available to you, then do check it out. It has some brilliantly unnerving scenes, like top notch. When Evil Lurks is fantastic and sometimes a bit shocking, just like really good top quality horror. But Terrified is actually top notch scary on a few occasions. It's brilliant. So if you like one, do check out the other. I'm probably preaching to the converted here, but that's me. That's me telling you. Now, this just arrived today. This is why I was keeping my fingers crossed and waiting to do the video today, because an Arrow Video delivery was due. Oh yes. We truly live in magnificent times. Enemy Territory is probably the VHS film that I have tried to get more people loving over the past couple of decades than any other film. Everyone's got a favourite, especially from the video shop. I got the Gentleman's Guide to Midnight Cinema to discuss this. It was a pick. You were allowed for a a kind of fundraiser, a toy drive that it did. We've discussed it way back in the day, so about 7 years ago now, on Raiders of the Podcast. It is directed by the same director of Eliminators, which I think I've also picked already for Raiders of the Podcast. It stars, so Gary Frank is the main character. He is an insurance salesman who ends up in the wrong place late at night. He's upset a gang member. The gang are called the Vampires. So obviously they come out at night, kind of rule the roost, look to draw blood. And one, is it their leader or is it one of their leaders? Anyway, Tony Todd is here in a role that has him already being quite captivating. Stacey Dash plays a young woman who ends up helping our hero. Jan Michael Vincent is a grizzled, wheelchair-bound Vietnam vet who could help our hero if they can convince him. But the main person helping our hero is a telephone repairman played by Ray Parker Jr. Yes, Ray, who you gonna call Parker Jr., has a main supporting role in this, like a co-lead role. It's brilliant though, and I'm so delighted that this has a commentary by the director with Dave Wayne and Matty Budrovich. Matty, I say your surname different every time, I apologise. The guys from the is it the Schlock Pit? They're just great and informed and informative commentators, and they've been on a few other releases that I've picked up over the years. I've listened to their podcast when the podcast was available, and who knows, there may be another season at some point. I always live in hope. And this is a treat. This is one of those titles that I just didn't ever think was going to be released on shiny disc. I just assumed it was a no-go. Oh, yeah, In the Mouth of Madness postcard there. Yeah, it's I genuinely can't convey how happy I am. I'm not a fan of this, but I'll keep it to just protect this. Yeah, like Enemy Territory is kind of best described as B-movie, low budget, Die Hard with a desperate insurance salesman in the main role. That's kind of the best shorthand way to describe it. And if the Arrow video release gets it in front of the eyes of more people and it gains a stronger cult following, I will be very happy. So happy that I may even forgive Arrow video, because I think The Cell was released in February. I found out about the fault in the disc in about June. I messaged them in June and said, is there any replacement disc program for this, blah blah. Received no confirmation, just the usual, we'll look into this. Then received a replacement disc near the start of July. Went to play that replacement disc. It doesn't play at all. Like, at all. The original disc plays and has the looping issue at a certain scene, about 15 or 60 minutes in. This replacement disc, nothing. Messaged them again, took photos, showed the message that the disc was displaying, had to put up with the usual questions of, is your firmware updated? Is it a particular player? I'm like, no, I've tried it in the living room player, the cinema room player, the bedroom player, the PS4. I spent an afternoon playing this disc in every disc player I have. It just didn't work. It's like, can I just return this for a correct replacement disc? because, you know, I'm sure this is an anomaly, but I still don't have a disc, and I've followed up on messages now 2 or 3 times. So, sorry this is taking a while. This has gone up to our internal team. We will be in touch when there's any news. Like, what is there to follow up on? Either ask me to return that disc and send me a replacement, or just send me a replacement for something that I should have had since February, which is a copy of the film that works, because I paid for a copy of the film that works. They've had my money since whenever the pre-order went through, and then try to be sneaky so don't announce it to everyone. I find out about a disc replacement program, and then the disc replacement disc doesn't work. But I'll kind of forgive them if they sort that, hopefully, over time, but also because enemy territory. Because enemy territory is... It may well end up being my favourite disc release of the year, just because of the affection that I have for the film. That's it. I hope I didn't go off on a rant there about the disc replacement section. I kind of zoned out. I think it's alright. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. I am hoping to finally watch Happy Gilmore 2 this weekend. I may fit in 1 or 2 other things. I'm definitely going to watch other stuff. And I will maybe see you next week.